Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is me being active on YouTube, even though I was active for less than a year. Anyways, welcome. I'm on this journey. I want to document it. This could be the first part of my YouTube channel. This was actually a great idea. Thank God to Melinda for reminding me. So I'm doing it like Billie Eilish style. You know that interview she does every year? I'm going to do it for this experience because it's split my entrepreneurship experience in Italy on this Erasmus exchange is split into two sections. So I have 2 months, December and January, and then another 2 months, June and July, in the city of Treviso. So I figured this would be a good way to also document my journey. Done some questions for future me to respond to. Background: I got accepted into the Erasmus exchange program, and I got the final okay with my mentor, who I met a few days ago. I got accepted with my mentor, and they live in Treviso, Italy, so I got that within like 4 days. I got the final okay, and then I had to find a place to stay and book my tickets, and I did that. So this has been very what a time. And you know what? I am already proud of myself for having made this jump and this decision to move to a country without knowing a language, without knowing anybody, living with people that I do not know, and just everything is so new, and I still decided to take the plunge even though I think it's scary. So you know what, at the end of the day, I'm proud of you, January 2025 Divine. Let's go. So, how exciting! Future Divine, how you doing? Oh my god, y'all like my new look? This is currently the vibe. What? How are you? January 2025 Divine. I'm actually all packed up in the apartment. I'm ready to go to the airport. How am I doing? I'm doing great. A little bit sad that this is actually over, but also excited for the future. So, how has this experience been so far? Experience, girl. This was a long 2 months, but also like incredibly short at the same time. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you just had to be there to know what I'm talking about. But it was a lot of growth. It was a lot of, I don't know if I could say challenges. I think, yeah, challenges in the best way. It was a lot of challenges in the best way. You know, I am very grateful that I've already completed part 1. I'm looking forward to part 2. And I just think it's been good to put myself out of my comfort zone and live the life that I want to live and pursue the things that I want to pursue. There's just, I don't know, there's just so much. I feel like I'm starting to get clarity because for so long I was a little bit lost on what I wanted to do. And I think I'm gaining the clarity that I've been so desperately in search of for so long. And I feel really good about that. How was the holidays by yourself? The holidays by myself. I mean, the holidays. I was alone for Christmas. I was actually working. On Christmas Day, I was actually locked in, not gonna lie. So that was nice. Yeah, it was, I think I knew that I was going to be alone. It's just that I didn't also expect that I was just going to feel a little bit really sad, actually. I felt bad, but it's one holiday I'm sacrificing for better holidays in the future. So that's, you know, as they say, Alhamdulillah, it's gonna be okay. I managed to go to Lyon for New Year's, so that was a good experience to see my family and be surrounded by family. So being in France for New Year's it gave me the energy that I so desperately needed. And an opportunity to flex some of my new skills. I have so many little new skills. I love that I've been collecting everything. I'm like, what do you think I can do? Actually, I have a little bit of that. Have you learned anything new about yourself? Let's see, we can start with, I am actually shy. I be telling people this, they don't believe me. I'm shy, but I think it's in different environments. Has anything surprised you about this? My ability to still be willing to put myself in comfortable situations is something I can now say, good job, Divine, you're really about that life. I had a realization where I thought, because I think I can be quite confident in my being as a person, because one, what am I gonna do about my looks? If I can change it, I'll change it. If I can't change it, shut up and accept it and live with it and embrace it. That's sort of like my physical abilities and stuff like that. But when we go inwards, especially me as a person, I have no issues with my personalities, all this kind of stuff. I think I'm forever growing, but I also do not battle with myself currently in that way. But I realized that I have very low confidence when it comes to me in a working situation. This could be due to several things, but I think that was the thing that has been very surprising, just like how low confidence I can have through that, which is very weird because I'm like literally the same person. It's just that you put the label that it's work and I will lose my marbles. So I think it's been very good that I've been able to sort of get out of that hole. Did you make friends? And for a long time, not really, because I was just with my mentor at all the different cafes. I didn't meet a lot of people that didn't speak Italian at first, but now I've met so many people. Like my last 2 weeks has been so good. Well, good in some ways, not in other ways. But on the social front, I've met really, really nice women that I adore, and they're so lovely, and I cannot wait to come back and meet them in like the most random situations. So yeah, I did make some friends actually, so that's very nice. I stayed making friends. How's your living situation? How has that been? The living situation was fine. There's actually not much to say. It was okay. Like, it was a room, it was close to everything, so I could just walk everywhere. That was nice. My roommates, however, I can actually do a story time. Let me know if you want a full story time on this. But I have 2 roommates. They were both guys. One of them is African. He's from Gambia, and he was so good, so amazing, like best person ever. They made me feel really comfortable, and they were like championing me. And then I had another roommate. He's like Brazilian, Italian or something, and we were cool. Like, you know, like it's not like we were hanging out or anything like that, but we're cool. And yeah, with a few things, but they made me feel really uncomfortable. They made me feel really unsafe. And I'm so glad I'm fucking leaving, because that was not a situation to have. But that's also not on me, because they have demons that are clearly battling, and they decided to turn it on me. And that was not cool. So the living situation was fine. Like, my room was cold, everything was cold. I didn't really enjoy that, but you know, it was very last minute. It served its purpose. I had a place to stay, I had a kitchen to cook food in, I had a bathroom to take a shower and do my makeup. So the living situation was good and bad. If I get a comment that says story time on the living situation, and that gets 50 likes, I'll make the video. Otherwise, I'll shut it up and I don't know. How was your daily routine? How did your days look like while you were here? Daily routine consisted of waking up. Like, my first 2 weeks basically was waking up. I was a chihuahua, because the heating here, like, the houses are not built for winter, to be honest. I think they're built very well for summer, but in winter, I don't know how people do it. I was like, imagine a chihuahua, hairless chihuahua, freezing out in the cold. That was me for the first 2 weeks. Just not a good time. But it consisted basically of waking up, getting ready, all that kind of jazz. I would go to a cafe, meet up with my mentor. We'll go through what we're doing today, what we need to do tomorrow, work a little bit, and then I'll continue working after he was gone. What else? Yeah, and then I'll go home, cook. Sometimes I would go to different events and stuff like that, but the daily routine was very simple. What has been the most challenging part? I don't think there's been anything challenging in that way that has been like, ooh, challenging. It's been like challenging because it's a new thing and I am getting challenged to do a bunch of things, but I don't know. This question, throw it away. If you could give your advice to me version, December 2024, what advice will that be that maybe could help? Advice to me in June in 2025. Advice to me in June is nothing is ever that serious. Actually, it's never that serious. Just keep on going. The more you do, the better you feel. And make the most of it. Go to other cities. Do not just sit and work and work. Enjoy the summer. Do more than just work. Like take in the full experience of Italy. Go to the nearby cities. Go do a champagne, prosecco taste, something. Like, girl, you cannot just work. You're in Italy. Enjoy Italy. So that's my advice to future me. How has your business developed? It's developed in some ways that I was able to identify certain things. I can talk about it a little bit later, but I think it's been a lot that has been, that has been in the works. But another thing, actually, a very surprising thing is that I came here with one business and I'm basically leaving with two businesses because I have learned through this experience and the encouragement of my mentor, Giovanni, like shout out to you, through the encouragement of my mentor that I do have a talent that I've also been practicing, but also that this is something I can do on the side as, my main reason of wanting to be an entrepreneur is for several things that I don't feel like I want to share. But one of the main things is I want to be financially independent and work with creative things. And shout out to me, your new content and social media manager and content strategist, because this is actually something that I've been doing and I'm working and developing, but this has been something that I got the skills, y'all. I got the skills. Hire me if you have a little company. I can help you out. Anyway, so that was very fun and very surprising to see because I came in with one business that's beauty based and I'm leaving with that, which I have to I had to rethink the way that I want to move forward with to some extent, but also the fact that I have something that I can also directly work with right now. So that's I have two businesses. So that's nice. How has your perspective on entrepreneurship changed? My perspective has changed dramatically. Okay, maybe not so dramatically. But my perspective has actually changed a lot because I think to some extent I had the vision of an entrepreneur knowing how to make the right moves and always just doing everything they work with. And I've heard all my research about entrepreneurship, everything I've learned is you have to do. But I think it's different when I don't know how to explain it. I think it clicked in my head that being an entrepreneur is really truly about perseverance and doing. Oh my God. Did you say bless me? Thank you. It's really about doing, that there's different ways to go about it, and it's more of doing, learning, and doing, and you're not always supposed to have the answers. It's the fact that you just have to go for it, and that is a different thing. And I understand, it's something I've heard before, but I just didn't realize that that is something that I had. To one extent, did I try to start a business? And am I starting a business? Yes. But that's me now. Before, it was always, I need this, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. Excuses, girl. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to do literally anything in life, you have excuses, and there's so much you could do. Why am I getting preachy? There's so much you can do, and you just give yourself excuses because you have all these limiting beliefs I'm also speaking to myself. There's so many limiting beliefs where you forget that there's just always a way. Like, it's problem solving to a different degree. There's always a way. Sometimes, like, if this is the goal and you do not have all the resources for this goal, how can you still get the essence and move towards it in the ways that you have available with you now? It's a tough thing to be an entrepreneur because you really have to stand out, but at the same time, I actually don't think it's that tough. It's tough because we think it's tough, not because it is. Because yes, they sacrifice and all these things, but I honestly think if that's what you want, you can get it done. So, I don't know. Does that answer your question? I feel like I went on a tangent here. Oh my God. Is there anything you've learned about yourself that's been surprising? What has been the most surprising is the fact that I got so much responsibility. It's also because of such a good mentor that the first thing I realized was a lot of people have said this before, to be honest, in like job situations, but to actually be present where somebody means it and they truly mean it is a completely different thing. And this was one of the best things, that they wouldn't just say that they trust me about something, they would just let me be. Like, there was no constant checking in. It was like, this is what you're doing, do it. And if there's something else, like there was that open communication. But I just didn't feel watched. I didn't feel hounded. It was, you say you want to be an entrepreneur, do the work that it's required. But it wasn't like I was left alone to do it. And I think that was so refreshing to have it in that way, because I had to, put my bootstraps up and get shit done for me, not because somebody was hounding me and like, giving me this feeling of being watched all the time. So that has been so good to experience it, because honestly, I think it's the first time in my life I've experienced it. In a working environment, it's the first time. So I really loved that. That was so surprising. Is there a moment that has been a turning point throughout this whole experience? In terms of a turning point, I think there was a comment that was like, you need to relax. That did something to my brain, because I was like, I'm relaxed, but also like, don't be so serious, which is what I am. Like, it was such a throwaway comment. I think for me, the things that make the biggest difference is always like the smallest random thing where it's like, relax, like, come on, live life, all this kind of stuff. So that was a good turning point, because I think I slowly started relaxing, hopefully, but try not to take myself too seriously, which is, that's me. I always take myself and everything too serious. Again, only mostly in working environments, but also things that serious. Do you see the world we live in? I don't know if that made sense. What kind of growth or mindset shift have you experienced, or is there even any? The mindset has been that I can literally do anything I put my mind to. That's been the huge mindset shift, because we really say it, but I feel like I truly believe it. Whatever I want to do and I put my mind to it, I will do it. How do you plan to use what you have learned in the future? Now that I can directly start working with, I'll continue working with my business. I've learned a lot of skills. Some of this stuff was already in me. It's just that I was given the opportunity to explore it and refine it, and that's been amazing. So watch out for my beauty business. Look out for that. This year is gonna be a fun year. Is there anything that you're proud of? What am I proud of? I'm proud of this girl right here. Because she really, no matter how scared I am, I still do the thing. I'm proud that, I actually think that's it. I'm proud of myself. Like, I fucking did it. And I'm doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it, and I cannot wait to see me in the future, because already me now is, you know, she slays. I mean, me before slayed too, but she slays differently. She's a little extra sparkle, you know. I had some sparkles like this, and now we have a little extra, a little. It's expanding. Do you have more questions for June 2025 Divine? I wonder how my hair is gonna look by then. That's gonna be fun to witness. One, have you launched your business? Is Devian live? How is the collaboration? A question for July 2025. Now that this mentorship is ended, what's next for you? Like, do you want to share? I'm so excited. June 2025 Divine. I'm so happy you're back in Italy. Please give us an update of everything you've been doing between February, March, April, May. What are you doing? What has actually been going on in your life? And how are you preparing for the next phase of this? So yeah, I'm very excited to see how this works. Looking forward. Do you have any final words? Thank you, literally, thank you so much to my mentor. I think this was such a good way of working. It was flexible. I think it was a good match. Yeah, and I cannot wait to see what we're going to be doing in the future. Final words is, there's so many opportunities out there. Even when you think there isn't, look for it, because again, whatever you want to do, there will be a way to do it. I'm making the sacrifices that are necessary, and I think anybody watching this, make the sacrifices you're willing to make in order to get to where you want to be, because the sacrifices are always short term, but the rewards will always be long term. And that's what I always remind myself. And this is a goodbye from me, December 2024 Divine. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I'm gonna try to do more videos, and I have so many things planned, but let's start with this. Please let me know any questions that you have. If you want to ask June and July 2025 Divine, if you have any questions for her, I would love to include some of the questions, because I think now I'm getting too stressed because I need to head to the airport. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And see you next video. Thank you.